All right guys, so you see what we're working with here. We got these things all primed up. The first few stages of sanding them down is done. Right now we're going to be doing our final stage of sanding them down, so pretty much making it as smooth as possible, getting rid of any runs that may be in the primer. So I've got a 400 grip and a 500 grip. Also got the scratch pad here, so that way I can really get these things ready for that pretty well final touch. And yeah, then they'll be off to paint. So they're going to be painted within the next day or so. I don't know how long that's going to take for you guys, because I mean, you guys get these things instantly as soon as I upload the video. But we'll see if I split this video up. So I'm going to get to it. Yeah, settle this camera and you guys will see me kind of go at it, man. We're on a time crunch, you know what I'm saying? Got to get these in a few hours, but it shouldn't take too long in all honesty. Just haven't done this, you know, full wheel in a while, so we'll see. This should be an easier stage though. It's not really correcting, it's just smoothing out. And I'm also gonna paint the barrels, as you could probably tell how they're primed as well. So yeah, I won't reveal what color I'm gonna go with yet, or colors, but you guys will see. Just be patient with me, right? But for those that don't know, these are all the rear wheels of the Style 66s. So these are like 9-inch rims, if I'm not mistaken. It might be like 9 and change, because sometimes when you measure them up, they're a bit wider, but can't complain about that. The wider the better, you know what I'm saying, as long as they fit. So yeah, going for that more aggressive look, but also clean, stylish, but OEM at the same time. So we want that OEM plus kind of look on this car. Nothing too crazy. We want to keep it, you know, respectful but clean, something that everyone can pretty well admire if they know what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna get to work. So what I'm aiming for here, I don't want to go too heavy. You don't want to go down to obviously the bare metal, right? You only want to sand what's necessary. So that's why you see me kind of going over it lightly right now. I'm kind of learning, I'm learning the primer. So I want to see exactly how the primer's coming off with this grit, so I know pretty well how to move throughout these wheels and to not kind of go through it, because that's going to add an extra stage of work to do before paint. It's not what we want, because it's not necessary. It's possible, but you know, to still get it done. But at the end of the day, we don't need it, so why create it? So yeah, that's pretty what I'm doing. Pretty well what I'm doing right now. But yeah, just, you know, slow and steady. This is easy work though in comparison to before, because you know how it was before. You kind of had to really try to smoothen out the wheel as much as possible. Right now, this is something already sprayed on top of it, nice and light, fresh, you know what I'm saying, fresh primer. So we're just scuffing it up, making sure the paint's gonna stick essentially. So that's it, that's all. Alright, so I figured I'd set up the camera. I'm on the last wheel right now. Well, I just got to do this barrel as well, but all the other wheels are done. Barrel and face, lip and everything. So yeah, let's get back to work. Making good progress here. And yeah, another turning out good. No huge mistakes, if any mistakes at all. So yeah, let's continue. We got some good progress. Sun's creeping up on me, so you know, I only got my shade for a little bit longer, but we're gonna work with what we got, you know what I'm saying? So when you're doing custom work like this, even though it may not be the most grand level of custom work, you still need to have a good amount of patience, right? You gotta have a plan and be able to execute that plan. Because these rims, like, they need a good amount of work to them. This thing keeps popping up. But yeah, they need a good amount of work to them. So we have to sandblast them and then sand them down. You can sand down with the machine as much as you can, but then you have to get in there with your hands in order to reach the parts that the machine can bend or flex into pretty much. And then after that, any type of refinery work, you know what I'm saying, where the wheel may need to be corrected, like filled up with any type of pretty well materials that will work. I'm pretty sure like between some Bondo, panel bond, things like that could kind of work in your favor. It just depends on how you use it. And then yeah, you prime it up after you have you're satisfied with your surface. And yeah, now I'm doing that final level of sanding down. So honestly, I think this wheel right now I'm pretty much done. I think just kind of going over places, making sure I'm not missing nothing. But yeah, you can't really see because the sun's on the other side. Okay, it's looking good so far though. It's looking good. Sun's creeping up on us, but that's okay. Pretty much done that detail work, hustled enough. Say we just made it. I'll go on to do the lip. So the lip, I could use one of the, sandpaper grits, or I could use a scratch pad. I think I'll start off with the 500 grit just to loosen it up, make it a bit easier, and then I'll go do the rest with the scratch pad. The reason being, I don't want to cut into obviously the metal, like I said, or cut down to the metal, I mean. And this is gonna be easy. Anywhere where it kind of dips, any kind of yeah, I guess like you could say divots, little sharp spots like this too, edges, you're gonna cut through so easily, and that's what you want to avoid. So I really can't put too much pressure with the sandpaper here. It's gonna be mostly scratch pad work, but honestly, sanding primer with the scratch pad is easy work. So let's get to it. Alright, yeah, I cut a little bit here too much. You see how easy it is? Like, I wasn't joking with y'all, man. So, let's just go to the scratch pad, finish it off, All right, so I am done here with all my prep work. This is how they lay. You know, wipe them off and they'll go pretty well in the paint, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm not too picky. Honestly, these things layered up with some nice paint, a good color scheme, is gonna look wicked, you know what I'm saying, in comparison to what they were before. So I'm good with these, man. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video, because in the next video you guys are gonna see what the end result's gonna be looking like, or maybe the next stage. Maybe that's where I'll start it off. But for now, that's all. I showed you guys enough. You guys are getting some sauce here, so getting that little inside type work. So I'll catch you on the next one. You know what time it is, man. The clock is ticking. Prove them later.